Welcome to Adventist Waves.
There's this piece of music comes to mind that I arranged for our group. The title is Fragile.
There's so many days when everything is breaking. Life falls apart at the seams. You're the God of ages.
It's originally by a singer called Natalie Lane, but it's one.
Welcome to Adventist Waves. I am your host, Khan Elmas. On today's episode, I talked to Thaddeus Tien about his arrangement of Fragile. On Adventist Waves, we look at the songs of Adventist musicians. Song stories told one piece at a time. Thank you for listening. Introducing Thaddeus Tien.
Hi, my name is Thaddeus Tien. I am originally born and raised in Penang, Malaysia. I realized that I had this talent, that God had given me this talent to not only sing, but to write music as well. By the grace of God, come from a family who is a bit more advantageous in the financial realm, that I can do music and not earn that much and still be supported by the rest of my family or by my parents. So, yeah.
But how do you think that your family encouraged you to become a musician?
I think a lot of the encouragement came from my mom. So my mom put us into music at a very young age, like the classic Asian family. You know, you learn a string instrument, you learn how to play piano. Mm-hmm. And obviously growing up in the SDA church, you learn how to sing. So definitely my mom really encouraged doing the whole music thing. And I feel like my dad really encouraged using those gifts to glorify God's name. So I feel like it was a combination of both of them working together. So yeah, that's how.
And was there a point in that when you were growing up that you felt like, man, like this is really where this is what I want to do?
In terms of growing up, like in teenage years, not really. I only felt the joy of performing like when I was like maybe past 18 onwards. Because only past 18, I really felt the joy of praising God's name and performing spiritual music. Yeah.
Was that in like your church setting?
In the SDA church, yes, not specifically my home church. I felt it more when I came to Philippines and was able to perform with my friends over here.
Right.
So, yeah.
So tell us about that experience.
Okay, so I studied in the Philippines. I did university in the Philippines. While I was in uni, I started an acapella group. And by the grace of God, we've been able to perform at different events, different churches. And it was in those moments that I found that I really liked performing and I really liked praising and spreading God's name through singing.
What type of group is that? Like, what type of music do you guys like to play?
So, we don't play anything because we are an acapella group, so we sing. In terms of genre, I guess we do anything from hymns to slightly contemporary Christian music. But yeah, like I said, we're an acapella group, so it's mainly singing. Yeah, the 7 of us.
7. Wow. Okay. If you were to describe your guys' group and your music in a way that somebody who has never heard of your music would understand, how would you explain it to them?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let me look at our Instagram description. Nah, I'm just joking. One way to describe us, it would be 7 different young people who like acapella and love praising God's name through that medium. Yeah, that's what I would use to describe our group.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. So you guys have been together for a while now. You started your group when you went to the Philippines and you were studying there. Would you like to share a piece of music that maybe your group composed together, or is it something that you composed as an individual? Because I mean, like you maybe arranged as an individual. Like, what direction do you want to take?
There's this piece of music comes to mind that I arranged for our group. The title is Fragile.
There's so many days when everything is breaking. Life falls apart at the seams. You're the God of ages.
It's originally by a singer called Natalie Lane, but it's one of my most recent and one of my most favorite pieces that I've arranged for the group. So originally, I can't take credit for the attention to this song because it was my younger brother who's in the group as well, Theodore, who listened to Natalie Lane, and one day he brought the song to me and was like, "Hey, this would sound really, really nice with us." And yeah, that's how it started.
You carry the world on your shoulders, but you know how fragile I am. So I'm saving your hands. Oh.
So you took that from your brother and then you introduced it to your team as well. I mean, your group as well. What was their response?
So yeah, I usually arrange stuff first, then give it to them, which is probably not the most ideal way to do it. But
Yeah.
they really liked it because per the way that I was inspired to arrange it really resonated with the group, and especially the message of the song as well. And so I think because of the message and the way that it was arranged, they really loved it.
You won't let me go when I unravel. You carry the world on your shoulders, but you know how fragile I am. So I'm saving your hand. You move mountains, you win battles, still you hold me when I'm shattered. You face giants, you take lions, and I can't believe you are.
Let's talk about that message. Can you tell us what that message is and what you would like the listeners to take away from it?
Okay, so the title, it says Fragile, right? And I guess the main part of the song would come from the chorus, where it goes, you know, you being God, you know how to hold something fragile, you won't let me go when I unravel. The message of the song talks about how we as humans are really fragile beings, but despite our fragileness, despite our weaknesses, despite our shortcomings, God is there to help us through it all. And He knows how to handle us, and He knows how to help us through life. We just have to allow Him to handle us and to help us. Yeah.
Yeah. What would you like people to take away from your guys' music?
So one thing that I would like people to take away from our music is just how wonderful God is. The whole point of us doing Christian music is not to show off ourselves, but to show off how amazing God is. It is to show how He has worked in us. So all our songs are basically testimonies of us as individuals or us as a group and how wonderful God has been to us. One thing I would like people to take is how amazing God is and how wonderful He is to us.
What is one practical way that our listeners could support Adventist musicians like yourselves?
Well, my credit card information is just joking. One way would definitely be the most simple way you can do it is just listen to our stuff that we put up online. So like stuff on YouTube, stuff on Spotify, because obviously we get residuals from that. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but yeah, we do get income
Like
from that.
royalties.
Yeah. But it's very small, of course, but every little bit helps. And if you want to go an extra mile, share it with as many people as you can think of. You know, that's the easiest way to do it, and that's something that everybody can do. It's just like 3 clicks or 3 taps of a button. As much as possible, support musicians out there, because that's something that we really need. It will really help us to continue what we're doing. That's the practical one. But for you guys personally at home, you don't have to be high caliber musicians to praise God. You don't have to do it on a big scale to share his word. You don't have to know 20 different instruments, or you don't have to have a recording studio in order to be able to do it. You can praise God with your own musical talents in your own churches. You just have to be willing and open to God inspiring you, and you have to do your musical endeavors with a willing heart and a willing spirit.
Awesome. And I understand that you guys have been doing touring as well, right? Like, do you have anything coming up?
When is this released?
End of November.
Okay, so Ambience will be in KL on the 20th, 21st, and 22nd near the Savor of Life restaurant. So you can come and see us there.
Is that December?
Yeah, this December. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
This December.
Hey, I'll see you there.
So we'll be there. Yeah. And yeah, we have stuff coming out at random times because we're all busy, but we do have stuff coming out on Spotify, on YouTube. So just follow us
posted
on those, and just keep posted on that.
Awesome, you guys. Well, if you love listening to music, please make sure you check out Thaddeus's music. And that's a wrap for this podcast. Thanks for listening to Adventist Waves. We'll see you on the next episode.
Adventist Waves.
Thank you for tuning in to Adventist Waves. This podcast wouldn't be possible if it weren't for the support of Blue Vineyard Audio. Need support with producing your podcasts? Blue Vineyard provides help from start to finish. Visit the website today at bluevineyard.com/audio. If you enjoyed today's episode, please rate and review us on your favorite podcast platform. Your feedback helps us bring you more inspiring content. This podcast was produced by Khan Elmers. Special thanks to our guests, Anna, Hayden, and Thaddeus, for coming on to the show. You have been listening to Adventist Waves.